My name is Caitlin Arundel, and I am the literacy coach at Round Top Elementary. So when a lot of people hear literacy coach, they think that I work with kids, but that's actually not true. So a literacy coach primarily works with teachers. So I go into classrooms, I work with teachers so that they can better support their students. That means maybe modeling lessons so that teachers can get new ideas, maybe being their think partner during planning, sitting down having just someone else to bounce ideas off of, things like that. A lot of the old resources have books that encourage kids to look at pictures and guess. And while those are still books, they're still great for reading, enjoyment, things like that. We don't want to teach kids how to read using those texts. So we always want the primary focus to be on reading words, not looking at pictures and guessing and things like that. The science of reading is actually a really large body of research, and it looks at all the key components of best reading practices. So it talks about, and these are big words, but I'm just going to tell you what the research talks about. It's phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, comprehension, things like that. And so basically it's this huge collection of research that was done in many different languages, many different countries, and it looks at how our brains actually truly learn to read. So what the different lobes of your brain are doing when you're reading and things like that. So it's scientifically proven on how kids learn to read. There's only one way, and we have the research, so now we know what we can do to help them learn to read best. Okay, so the term decodable comes from the word decode. So decode is just a big word basically for read, but it goes a lot deeper than just looking at a word and being able to read it. It's actually understanding that words are made up of letters. Those letters represent sounds, and I need to know the sounds so that I can blend words together to read. So decodables are just that. They have their text made up of words that kids can decode. That means kids can look at the word, make the sounds, and blend them together. So there's not a lot of guessing, there's not a lot of memorization, because we don't have to resort to those skills of guessing because I can look at the word and I can sound it out. Another part of decodables are they're systematic, which means they build on each other. So each time a new pattern is introduced, you're only going to practice that pattern in the decodable and the previous patterns taught. So essentially, kids can look at any word in the book that they're currently reading and be able to sound it out on their own. So teachers have been learning about the science of reading that we talked about, but now that we know better, we need the resources on how to actually implement that for our kids. And so this project kind of helps teachers be able to come in and check out the resources that they need to then go back and help their kids learn to read. There's some assessments that we've provided, and it tells just exactly where students are in the progression of learning to read. And so once we find out where they are, they can come in and they can check out the exact area that they need to focus on, and then they can build from there. This will definitely be open to any teacher, grades pre-K through 5th. So that means hypothetically all students could benefit from this, but this is going to be so helpful for the kids that are having a little bit of trouble with reading and need a little extra push, and providing the resources for the teachers to be able to help those kids. So when we think about our at-risk kids, we need supplies that can directly benefit them. And the good thing about the science of reading is it's proven that no matter if a student has dyslexia, no matter if a student has some reading struggles, like this system is made for them. So it's going to benefit our at-risk kids the most, which would be the kids that need the small group instruction.